Welcome back to a special bonus content available only exclusively for our YouTube viewers out there. So, unfortunately, you can't see our pretty voices talking due to the limitations of our screen recording, but
Face.
we will be ranking our NBA City jerseys on this episode and kind of giving a little bit of a quick discussion for each of them. So, David, how you doing today?
Doing well. How about yourself, Davis?
I'm doing sublime. I'm doing sublime. All right, so let's kick it off. The Memphis Grizzlies for this first one. So, what are your thoughts for it? I personally am a big fan. I like the little side trims on it. Reminds me of a little bit of a Black Panther, Wakanda type of vibes, and I really want to see them rocking this jersey. I'd buy this one.
Yeah, I like it as well. Personally, I'd put it in the A category.
That's exactly what I had in mind. So I'm comfortable with that. Next, moving on into the Phoenix Suns, this Valley jersey. Thoughts, opinions?
I kind of like it. I like the valley, like that sort of terminology. I think that's kind of cool for a Phoenix team. And I do like that sort of background drop vibe to it. I would also toss this one in the A category.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it as well. I like the black with the purple, red, and orange pixelated thing. Some people online call it the Minecraft jersey, but I still think once you see Devin Booker and Chris Paul rocking this jersey, it's going to be looking fresh.
Yeah,
I personally, I think it's on the lower side of the A
I would
tier,
agree.
but I could
It's an A
see,
minus.
could move it down to a B, depending on how these stack up.
Yeah.
So next is Milwaukee Bucks. They had the Cream City jersey last year, and now they move on to this blue wave type of
I don't
jersey.
really like it. I just think it
I
doesn't
am
really
not
go
a
with their
fan.
color scheme. I mean, honestly, I'm fine putting it in the lowest category. I don't like it that much.
I am also in the sense of the D tier. Also, whenever you look at the image with the City Jersey shorts that go with it, they
Mhm.
have like the reverse, or they have like the black trim in the same like pattern as the wave up top, and so it just looks like they are like three different like waves. It just looks kind of weird. I don't know why they went with this one. Well, I know that one of the Milwaukee's um meanings is the gathering place by the water. So that's why that was their inspiration behind going with this one. And there's a lot of lakes and rivers, but I'm just not a fan, so I'm putting that in D tier. I'd never wear that jersey in my life. Washington Wizards. I don't think they really changed it up from last season. I'm
Yeah,
going to be
it looks
honest.
the
It
same
looks
to me.
identical.
I
Yeah.
would put it as a C because to me, that D category is something that's bad. To me, it doesn't look bad. It looks fine. It doesn't look like cool or anything. It just looks okay. So that's why I toss it in the C category.
Yeah, I definitely wish I wish we'll get into some more of this later, but I like when teams at least take risks in it. So, I'll give Milwaukee kudos for, trying to change it up as opposed to someone like the Celtics who just does the same legacy jerseys every year. But yeah, let's put this in the C category. It's not a bad jersey. It's just, I don't like their lack of creativity from it. But the All-American treads still look nice. So moving on to the Utah Jazz, again, not very different. They are kind of they ride that gradient, a little bit of reminds me of that pixelated Minecraft, Phoenix Suns a little bit, just that strict horizontal stripes. But in my opinion, I think this is a B or C tier jersey. I don't like it as much as the full gradient down to the yellow that they had last year. But I still think it's a pretty solid jersey. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, I like it as well. Again, I don't think it's anything crazy. I'm okay with tossing it in the B category for this one.
Yeah, I definitely I want to point out how like the actual numbering is the same color as the that side trim. I think those accents together look really well.
Yep.
And I just like how that looks together. So Cleveland, oh my God. This
The
is
font,
another. I wish we had an F tier just for this one. That's just
the
my
font,
initials.
the font looks like a little kid put it together. Like,
So I get what they were doing on this one because the font is supposed to be symbolizing like each of them have each of the letters is like a distinct different band logos like one of their distinct letters. Like you can see,
It looks like a
it kind of
2-year-old.
honors their rock heritage. You see some uh, David Bowie, some Pink Floyd lettering in there, but it just looks like a cluster. It's a way worse version of the jersey that they have. And I don't think a single person is ever going to purchase this jersey. So let's toss it in the lowest category and
Yeah.
move on. Next, the Chicago Bulls.
I like
Thoughts?
these jerseys. I think they're clean. The sort of side stripes on the jersey I think look cool. I'm in like a B plus A minus category. I don't know what you're thinking on this one though.
Yeah, I definitely don't like it as much as Memphis is. It's kind of a similar, it has the same gold and with, a cool pattern on the side. So I'm going to put it in the B category for now. I don't hate it. I'd rock it, but, I still think there's a lot of better jerseys.
Yeah.
Talking about better jerseys, let's move on to the next one. The Orlando Magic with the pinstripes, the orange pinstripes. Thoughts? Let's hear it.
I mean, I like the pinstripe concept. I think that I don't know. I think pinstripes look pretty cool on basketball jerseys if you can give it a sort of modern update, if you will. I'm not a fan of the lettering on the front of the ORL and then the star. I would have just preferred for them to just straight up put Orlando on there. I think that would have made it look better. I'm in like a B category, honestly, on this one. Maybe even C. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm not the craziest fan of these.
This is personally my first S tier on this list. I
No
love these
way.
jerseys. Oh, absolutely. So we're gonna have to compromise and put them in the A or B. Yeah, I just love the pinstripes. I've got a little bit of bias for pinstripes in the NBA, and I think this orange is real fresh. Obviously the orange is for their Florida heritage and the citrus and the sunshine down there. But I just think
I'm
it's real
okay with
fresh.
A on it. I just don't like the. I wish they just put Orlando on the front. I think that would have looked way better.
I like the big O, the big O.
All
All
right.
right. Talking about key players, big industries, Philadelphia 76ers. This one was designed exclusively by Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons helped design this uniform which was as a gift for winning the rookie of the year, just a fun fact. And so you can see the Liberty Bell is on the waistband. We only see the jerseys here. But that's just one nod. And these jerseys were inspired by the Sixers' old Allen Iverson era jerseys. That's why they've got the black treads. And the like little town you can see is the lighted houses from Philly's Boathouse Row. Thoughts?
I like it. I think the having that like the backdrop of Philadelphia and really bringing in and really genuinely making it a city jersey. I think
Yeah.
that's incredibly unique. I'm A tier, maybe even S tier in this one. I like it a lot. I just think the design is so smart. I think it's very unique.
Yeah, I'm also comfortable putting this in the S tier, believe it or not. So Philadelphia 76ers, you got a good one. Let Ben Simmons design some more jerseys, maybe, because you might be getting some bangers out there.
Yeah, might be
All
better
right.
than him shooting the three ball. But all right, let's go ahead and hop in the next one.
Yeah, no kidding. So now we have the Sacramento Kings. Thoughts?
It just it just looks like a normal jersey. It doesn't
Blah.
wow me in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I don't know. Like, it doesn't look bad to me. It just doesn't. Nothing about it is like cool or different. I think a C, maybe even a D, but I don't know what you're thinking on this one.
Yeah, I think this is pretty middle of the road. I don't think it's an ugly jersey. I just think there's not a lot of creativity. It looks like a dump of different ideas from old historic jerseys, kind of all mixed together. The only one thing I really like about it is just saying Sacktown. I think having the nicknames on the fronts, like the H Town, as what gets the Rockets, or just like whenever it said Cream City on the jerseys last year, just the little nicknames go a long way for
Yeah.
me. I'm a big fan of that. So next we have the Portland Trail Blazers, the weird brown.
Yeah,
Weird
it's.
brown.
I
I'm
think.
just gonna throw it on D because I think I know where you're going.
I mean, I was gonna say like a C.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's. I would say like C to a B. I don't think it looks bad by any means. I think it's gonna look better when they're actually wearing it. But I think when you look at the jersey now, you're like, eh. It's just again, it's not nothing spectacular about it for me. I'm not entirely against the brown color, so for me, I think I would do a C.
Oh God, you're making it hard on me because this, in my opinion, is the worst jersey out of every single one of these. I
Really?
absolutely hate the brown. It is like I don't want to get like too visceral with my description of this color brown specifically. It
I
is
don't.
just
I think
gross.
Cleveland has the worst jersey. I think
I
Cleveland.
just could not rock it. Would you ever wear this jersey?
I'm not saying I would rock it, but I think when you see it on the players, you're like, oh, all right, that's not that bad.
Okay, but I think our borderline cutoff for C versus D in the past has been would we rock it? Because for
That's
like
fair.
the Wizards and the Kings, we both said, "Oh, I'd rock it," but it's not great.
Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with putting it in D.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank goodness. Moving on to the San Antonio Spurs, finally departing from the camo city jerseys that they've kind of gone into in the past. You know, honoring the military, a lot of military roots in San Antonio, obviously, but I am a big fan of this little colorway personally.
I like
Thoughts?
it. I think it looks clean. It looks nice. It's fresh. I mean, I think this is a B jersey. I think this is. I don't know if I'd go as far as A for this one because it doesn't have too much crazy or flashiness or anything wildly different. But I do think it looks nice and clean. So I think it's a B jersey.
Yeah, I think it's a dub of a jersey. I like it a lot more than the camo they've done in the
I agree.
past. I'm glad to see them taking a little bit of a risk. It's not a knockout 10, but it's definitely a solid jersey. We're putting it in the B category. Moving on, the Thunder. I don't like these jerseys.
I don't either. I think
I don't think they're horrible though. I
I
don't know. They might be horrible.
honestly like this is not a jersey I would buy. I'd put it in D. I don't like it that much. I just think I get the concept they were going for. Like I think the gray and the orange can look nice, but I think having just like the orange and blue striped over the front of the jersey like that, I think there was other things they could have done. Maybe even a gradient might have looked better. I'm not the biggest fan of these.
Yeah, I'm also not a fan of these. We'll put them in the D category. I'd probably lean a little bit more towards C than you. I think there's tiny world where I would rock them. I just think last year with the gray and gold, they had an absolute dub of a jersey that I liked. Tuning in and watching them in the past, and then 2 years ago with light blue, like cyan type of color jersey. That was also a dub. And then this year's just trash. So
Yeah.
I'm cool with putting it in the D. New Orleans
I
Pelicans.
think this is an S tier, dude. I think this jersey
No
sick.
way.
I think this jersey looks so sick. Like I would buy this in a heartbeat. It looks so cool.
You
I
should
think
just buy the flag.
I should.
That's what this is. This is just their flag.
It's clean. It's fresh. I think it looks different than a lot of the jerseys that they have. And I don't know. I think it looks very cool. I actually can't wait to see them rock them this season.
I was gonna put it in a B or C, so I'm comfortable compromising here and putting it in the A.
Hey,
I don't know.
I like
I get that you like it. It's just not very original to me. I think a lot of these top level jerseys that we've been looking at are very creative, have some different risks going on. I think this is a very safe jersey. Just red, white, and blue, and it has the Fleur de whatever you call it, Fleur de Triomphe. St. Louis and that the French heritage kind of rocking in there. I just think it's pretty bland, and I don't think it's anything super over the top. I mean, clean, like simple jerseys can be done well. I just don't think this is one of those, but we can agree to disagree because it's in our A category.
mhm.
So the Minnesota Timberwolves, the gray with the lime green accents.
Yeah, I
Thoughts?
mean, I think this is a fresh jersey. I do like the lime green sort of looking on it. I think it's a good B jersey. I really do.
I I think this just screams B. I don't
Yeah,
really
it
want
does.
to talk about it a whole lot. I don't like how they say men. I know I said I was a fan of the nicknames, but like men is not uh a nickname for either Minneapolis or Minnesota. So that's just kind of an L and kind of looks a little odd to me. And also it doesn't really scream Timberwolves to me
Yeah, I
at
think
all. Like if I was not to see like the lettering, I know that like There's a lot of these that you wouldn't really know, but I mean, they don't really have any shout outs to their team and their history. So for that reason, I think B's fine middle pack. Toronto Raptors jersey.
So this
This
is
one
very
was designed by Drake. Fun
yeah. I
fact.
mean, this is very similar to the last ones they had. I'm fairly certain where they were black and gold. So it's like it's hard for me to like give them a high grade. However, I think when you bring in gold to a jersey and you do it right, it can look fantastic. And I do think these do look good. I'm in the B-ish category. I could be okay with maybe even dabbling with A. I don't know what you're thinking with here though.
Yeah, I think all their black and gold jerseys in the past have been solid S tier. I think this one's a little worse. I'll
Mhm.
agree.
And just
The
repeating the same thing. I just wish they went maybe different this time around.
yeah, agreed. And yeah, I don't know. I still think it's better than all these B tier ones though. I think it's a sick jersey still. I
Yeah,
just wish they would have a little bit more creativity. So we'll put it in our A tier.
I'm cool with that.
All right, the Miami Heat, the
S,
Vice
S,
jerseys are returned.
S, S.
Immediate S.
These
I'm
things
fine
are
with
so sick. I might. They are so sick. Like I might buy one in an
it.
absolute heartbeat. I think they are so freaking cool. They are awesome.
Yeah, I think the Heat always come away with these city jerseys as big winners, so I
Yeah,
don't want to talk too much more on it. I think the pink and baby blue transition is sick, and then the lettering's offset with those colors. Like, oh, they're just gonna look sweet. I can't wait. It's talking about S tier jerseys. Charlotte Hornets, pinstripes return.
the I we talked about earlier with the pinstripes and how I said they would look cool. And Davis on this Charlotte jersey, they don't look cool. They look
They
sick.
don't. Oh, you
They
don't
look
like that?
sick. They look sick.
Oh, there we
Boss
go.
is puppy in the S tier. The
All
Buzz
right, we love it.
I love the Buzz City nickname is so sick. I love
Yeah, it's
this
awesome.
sort of blue sort of color they got going on. The pinstripes. I can't speak enough on Buzz City. This thing is very nice. Charlotte, you did something right.
You were getting me worried because I'm like, this is as S tier as it gets right here. So
I
please
was
don't
I
disappoint
was
me.
trying to mess with you a little bit. I think that worked.
It did work. I was very worried. All right, Brooklyn Nets. My initial impressions were similar to the Cleveland Cavaliers, like a 4-year-old designed it.
Oh,
But I don't know. I know some of the inspiration and why it's designed the way it is very heavy into a Brooklyn-based artist that helped design this jersey. So they're trying to kind of give him a shout out with the lettering and the style of it. But still, at the end of the day, I would not rock this jersey. I think it's a
I'm
C
tossing
tier
it.
jersey, personally.
I don't like it at
B.
all. It again, just like with Cleveland, like I think when you make the lettering look childish like that, it looks just so stupid. It
They
just
don't
makes
even
not
spell
something
Brooklyn.
to wear.
It says BKLYN.
Yeah,
I'm that's D. We're good.
it's D. I'm not a fan.
All right. The sky blue Houston Rockets jerseys. Thoughts? Fan?
They're
Dislike?
they're okay. I to me again, I don't know if the blue is something like that makes a ton of sense for them. I do like the H Town. I'm in the honestly a C. Like it's something I just think's okay. It's not something I would ever be like, yes, I'd wear that. It just looks okay.
I do think it's probably the best of these
I would
C
agree. It's
jerseys,
like a
though.
B minus, C plus.
The more I look at it, I might be willing to move this Timberwolves one down to the C tier. I don't think it really stacks up with these other B tier jerseys that we have,
I'm okay with
personally.
that. I'm okay with that.
All right, a good little on the fly reshuffling. Indiana Pacers talk about pinstripes, a little throwback. This isn't really creativity. This just looks like a throwback jersey to me.
I agree.
Reggie Miller era.
I do. I gotta respect someone that tosses on the pinstripes. Pinstripes are always a nice choice. However, again, I just this to me this doesn't look like anything new or fresh. I think this is a B.
Yeah, I think with the lack of creativity alone, I think it's probably on the same level for me as the Magic's pinstripes, but because of the lack of creativity in the colorway, I think we're just going to put it here in the B category. I probably think it's one of the better B category jerseys, but it's not very original.
Yeah,
Moving on into the Los Angeles Clippers.
it's the same jersey as they had last year, but they switched it from white to black. It's To me, it's like a CD. I mean, they didn't do anything different. I thought last year it looked okay. I thought it looked okay. I thought it looked decent last year. I think last year I would have like very easily put it in the B category. I think the lettering is kind of cool, but I just think the fact that they repeated it and didn't do anything really different, it's a C to me.
Yeah, I like that. Retooling previous jerseys. It's a banger if it's a good jersey to begin with, but this one is just kind of a meh jersey. The tiny red accents on the edge just don't really add a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for a city like Los Angeles that has a lot of culture and heritage, you'd think that they'd be able to come up with something a little bit better or just a cleaner jersey in general. Speaking of cleaner LA jerseys, let's talk about these Lakers ones.
I mean,
To
yeah,
me,
they're really S tier.
yeah, this is a sick jersey.
I
I
don't
love it.
I think it's like clean and fresh, but I think for me to put a Lakers jersey in the S tier, this was the absolute perfect opportunity for the Los Angeles Lakers to come out with, and I know they have the Black Mamba jerseys, but to truly come out with a Kobe Bryant jersey, I think they could have made some sick Mamba jerseys out of their city designs that would have been incredible for them this year. I think this jersey looks nice, clean, and fresh. To me, this is a B plus jersey, but the fact that you have it in S tier, I'm okay with tossing it as an A. I just think it's the same design as the same stuff. It's just a new color wave.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I'm okay with putting in the A tier just because you're not a big fan of it. But oh my God, when you see LeBron James in this jersey, I think your opinion's gonna be changed. I think it's gonna be absolutely gross. And I like how, they're kind of going back to their 60s, 70s, Elgin Baylor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar type of era where they had the baby blue. So I just think, and I can't hate on them for not having like a Kobe inspired jersey because these aren't like player appreciation heritage. This is like respecting, the history of your team and your city more
I just think
specifically.
it's different
So
for the Lakers because they like Kobe Bryant is such a core part of the Lakers history in the city and Los Angeles loves him so much and so I just think like they could have came out with a absolutely sick jersey kind of combining Los Angeles and Kobe Bryant. I think it could have been something really special.
I think that Mamba jersey is probably one of the coolest jerseys ever,
I
though.
will
So
say
it'd be hard. It'd be hard to top.
sick. It is sick. I just
I
think
would put that Mamba jersey at the top of our S tier without a question.
I
So
think
I
they could
mean,
have done some sort of purple and like a purple black combo, maybe some gold accents. I don't know. They could have done something nice with it. I don't know.
Mambas are black, though, black Mamba. So I don't know. That would have been a little spicy.
We could have seen, but all right,
New
let's switch.
York Knicks going on to the fire department type of heritage and cultural lore.
I
I think
love
they're kind of
reading it on the side. I don't like
yeah,
the words. So I'll read it off to you because I have the image up here, but it says
yeah.
never sleeps New York Knicks City. It just like it doesn't make sense. I think the gradient looks cool, but I think it just would have been way smarter just toss on like the Knicks on the front or New York or something simple and straightforward. Um,
Okay, I'm just gonna have to throw this out there because you totally butchered the how you like are supposed to read that. It's supposed to be City Never Sleeps, New York Knicks. Because a nickname for
Sense.
uh a nickname for New York is the city that never sleeps because they're
Makes sense.
yeah, so that's just a little embarrassing for you, but we'll look past it. I
I'm
think it's a B, maybe
I'm okay.
C.
I think I would probably say C just because I hate that wording. I just think it's stupid.
That's
No,
fair.
if you're gonna put a nickname on the front, it needs to be like something like nice and straightforward. Like Buzz City is like sick, but like City
Yeah.
Sleeps, it's more of a slogan than like your nickname. And I know it's different for New York. 'Cause that's basically their nickname, but like maybe even just doing like NYC or something on the front. I just think there's something else they could have done different.
Yeah, I do
Less
really
words.
like the NYC in the top left of this
Yeah, that does look
jersey. You can't really
nice.
see it here, but that looks sweet. So going on into the Golden State Warriors with the Oakland vibes here. Reminds me a little bit of the Baron Davis type days in terms of the colors. And, now that they've left the Oakland area, they're kind of trying to shout out where their roots were from for this team and kind of what got them on the map with their dynasty that they created. But thoughts?
Yeah, I like this jersey. I do think it's a little bit of a throwback. It's nice, clean. I think it's a solid B jersey.
I agree. I think it's a solid B as well. Moving on to the Detroit Pistons, Motor City. This one to me doesn't do a whole lot. It looks like a very average jersey, and I think it's a C or D. I just can't really see it being any higher than that.
I think it's a C jersey. I mean, I don't think it looks bad. It's something like, I mean, I'm not going to, but like, I would wear this. So I think it's a little bit better than a D jersey, in my opinion.
That's fair. That's fair. I agree with that logic on that ranking. Next, the Denver Nuggets.
Dude, this thing's got to be
I
in.
love
It's so sick. This thing's in.
I love it.
It's so
It's
sick. It,
it's absolutely
it,
gross.
it literally has like it combines that Philadelphia thing where they kind of the backdrop of like the city, then they got the mountains. It's like a sunset sort of vibe. Like this thing is sick.
We love Rod around these parts of town. No, but I don't know. In general, I think this color scheme is sweet and obviously a throwback to those really, really revered jerseys that have the mountains in the background, the multicolored ones. I think these are absolutely gross. I'd probably put them. It might be outside of. I say the Heat are the best. Then would you put them, or would you say Buzz City's there?
I would say Buzz City's 3, Denver 2.
Yeah, I like that
And then
rankings.
Philly 4.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's fair.
Talking about S tier jerseys, what do you think about the Dallas Mavericks?
Absolute S tier. These things are so
Yeah.
sick. Dude, the gold, the white, and like you can
Where can I get one?
buy the stripe thing is so sick. Like these things are like the definition of just like class. Like they are so fresh, they're clean, they're nice.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know why, but it looks a little bit like an angel. Like if I'm thinking like a little religious, like I don't know why, it
It's
just
a
like
bit angelic, if you must say so.
yes, it is. But I think it's trying to draw from the wings of a Pegasus, and not to the mythical creature which has watched over the city of Dallas for generations, apparently. But yeah, the gold on the chest, the side,
It's
even
fresh.
I like the contour of the gold coming into the body a little bit at the
Yeah.
waist. I just think overall, even the font on the numbering is like
Yeah.
perfect. I think this might be, in my opinion, the best jersey overall. But I don't know what you think about that. I
Honestly,
think it's
I'm okay with
disgusting.
being the best. It is such like it is beyond sick.
All right.
And Hawks.
Atlanta Hawks, the MLK jerseys.
Yeah, I mean,
Thoughts?
mad respect to them for doing their to representing MLK as in their city jersey. But again, like this to me, this is just like a straightforward, clean jersey. It looks nice. I think it's a B. I think it's a nice B.
Yeah, I could put this in that. I could be convinced to put it in the A tier. I think the black and gold is probably done a little bit better than the Raptors, in my opinion.
I would agree
So,
with that.
would you want to flip
Yeah,
flop
let's switch
these?
them. Yeah. I agree
Yeah,
with
so
that.
we'll put the MLK ones in the A tier, and then we're dropping the Raptors down to the B tier. I like the creativity. I like the risk. I like the message, and the color scheme is sweet. So
Yeah,
yeah, Boston Celtics.
I think
To
it's a
me, this
C. I think it's got.
I'm just I agree it's a C jersey, but just in principle alone, I feel like we have to put a D. That is,
It just
isn't that their home jersey? That doesn't look different than the jersey they wear every single night. What's different?
yeah.
I'm confused.
It's the same thing. It just I don't know. I mean, the only reason why it's not a D for me is because like it's not ugly. I mean, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. So now that we have all these kind of ranked, do you like where they stand? Do you want to shuffle any of these around? Do you think any of these are on a level that they shouldn't be on? For me, this Pelicans one doesn't look like it belongs, and this Lakers one should be in the S tier. Those are kind of screaming out to me. Um, but outside of that, I'm pretty comfortable with where a lot of our saying. I'd actually probably be okay moving San Antonio one up or the Jazz. But that's just I don't know. I'm just throwing some ideas out there for our final standings now that we kind of see where they all
I'm
lie.
comfortable where the Jazz are. I am okay with tossing San Antonio into the A. I think those things are fresh.
I think they're fresh as well. I like them. Any other changes, or you want to lock them in?
I think I'm good. I think we did a fair job there. I think that's clean.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the bonus content for our YouTube page. We'll be posting this final tier jersey on our Instagram for you guys to check out and kind of get hyped about. And we want to hear your thoughts. So without further ado, peace.
Peace.